Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Hopefully you have that red crate already sorted out for conquest. If not, you've got a couple of more days to finish off the remaining feats to get a max rewards. As always, for this challenge I will cover the modifiers and the feats first and then show you a battle, because one battle is all that we need today to get max rewards. So hopefully it'll help you out what I'm about to show you. YouTube chapters below if you want to skip through, but otherwise let's go and have a look at the modifiers for today. Dark magic, so that's the modifier for Dathomir. Every 10 turns all defeated characters are revived at 50% health. So in order to make your win as easy as possible, I guess you would need to have a way to prevent revives. Fortunately, enemy, the only way for them to prevent revives is the disintegrate ability from the Mandalorian, but luckily they don't really get their contract off at all, so you don't need to worry about them preventing your revives. So we'll be utilizing that to our advantage once we get there. In terms of the modifiers, whenever we have enemy Imperial troopers, they started getting the new buffed modifier, but now that we have our Imperial troopers to use, they give us the weak one. Well, to be honest, it's not like we really need it, right? Troopers, we will be running circles around these bounty hunters. And in terms of the enemy modifier, Thrill of the Hunt, they get us 9 stacks of true defense, so they take a lot less damage to begin with. But eventually, you know, we exhaust those stacks and we can burn through them, you know, quite quickly. Well, except Jabba. Anyway, more about it later. They also gain Frenzy if they gain their contract, but they never do anyway. So they don't really get a whole lot of help from their modifier as well. So I guess fair enough, we get a weak modifier also. Now, in terms of the feats, we have to win with a full team of Imperial Trooper units, because it's an Imperial Trooper challenge. After all, we have to win the battle after attempting to inflict stun 30 times, and then as well complete the battle without losing a unit. Winning without losing a unit is no problem, right? Because we keep reviving, so the only tricky bit today is the stuns, I guess. So it's all about stalling the battle long and hard until you get your stuns out, but obviously without a feat tracker, it's anyone's guess. Did I get my 30 stuns or not? So I don't know, I just have to stall for like 6, 7, 8 minutes or something, and that hopefully should give you enough time. Now we do have Jabba there as the leadership, but luckily it's not a hot cartel with Leia and Carsanta and those guys, so not that scary. However, Jabba is very durable, very tanky, so definitely troopers will need to stack a lot of damage to finish him off in the end. Now, different Imperial Trooper lineups you can try. Initially, obviously, I was going with Dark Trooper, but with Dark Trooper in there, I was just doing too much damage, so I kept killing these guys off too fast before I was able to get the stun feat done. So I threw Dark Trooper out and I put Moff Gideon in place of Dark Trooper. However, the key one here really obviously is Piet because of Emperor's Trap, but also Death Trooper, so you can get stun feat as well, because on his basic he has 70% chance to land a daze, and then if the target is already dazed, it will stun them. So that's where your stuns will be coming from. And then also to help with the daze, Piet's got an AoE daze and Gideon's got an AoE daze as well, so then we can get those stuns like this. And then also highlighting Terminate ability. If you defeat an enemy with this ability, they can't be revived, and then also it places death mark on them, and then if you kill off somebody with death mark, they can't be revived as well. But if you just go in and just start terminating everybody, you will run out of targets for the stuns very quickly. And Jabba, because he's a Galactic legend, he cannot be stunned, so you can't just cheese stuns on him. You have to keep everybody alive and just keep spreading those dazes and stuns and then finish them off later. Alright, okay, let's go head into the battle. Let me show you. The opening sequence is never pretty. These guys looks like they have a lot of speed. The biggest RNG factor I found out is those stuns on basic from Aura, like she can stun lock your entire team. It could be rough, but anyway, we just have to survive the opening sequence. We got the revives coming in, so hopefully we can get our ball rolling. Perfect. time for us to start making some hits, control the situation with Gideon. I'm going to go ahead and put Mark over on the Death Trooper, so he's called to assist anytime Piet uses a basic. So then more attacks for Death Trooper. There we go, more dazes on his basic whenever the targets are dazed. There we go. And now we are doing the stun lock like Aura tried to do in beginning. So you can see how this is going to work. We're going to spread the daze on people and then just let Death Trooper use his basic, keep landing those stuns. There we go, an AoE from Gideon, more daze, and now we just go ahead and just go all at these guys, just keep hitting them. There we go, another stun there from Death Trooper. So at the beginning it's quite easy, right? We don't have high stacks of Emperor's Trap yet, and they have true defense as well. But as you start burning through these guys, your turn meter train keeps rolling. You start, doing a lot of damage. So that's why it's good a little bit not to use control the situation too much. Let Jabba take a turn whenever you need, so he does his basic or whatever, and gives some protection up to his allies, and then as well stops your Emperor's Trap stack, and it resets and goes from beginning, so reduces your damage back down, so you can keep doing that. So you can see at the moment I'm just kind of working through Jabba a little bit. I'm just kind of stalling here because I don't want to defeat these guys. I'm just kind of at this point now, I have things under control. I'm just kind of hitting Jabba. He's durable, he can take a lot of hits, and then whenever Death Trooper takes a turn, he can just go ahead and use his basic attack on a dazed enemy. So I'm not really defeating these guys, like you don't really need to keep killing them off, because then you run out of targets for the stuns. Obviously, whenever they do come back, if somebody's got full turn meter, you can take them down just to keep your turn meter train rolling until you get your dazes out. Sure, let's do an AoE. Let's see if we can get an assist. There we go, we got a daze and a stun there, perfect. Just go ahead, finish him off, because he was in red, so he would have died anyways. But so you can see at this point, you can get an idea of what's happening here again. Keep locking in those dazes, and then just keep going after Jabba so you can stall the battle. Just kind of doing basics. I'm not trying to turn meter train too much at this point. I want Jabba to be taking turns so he can keep giving protection up to his allies. Resetting my stacks of Emperor's Trap so we don't stack up damage too much. And then whenever Death Trooper takes a turn, you just kind of put a basic on whoever is dazed, and that's it. Unfortunately, Jabba, he's a Galactic Legend, so you can't stun him. So I don't think, or at least I don't think so, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you can just kill everybody off, terminate them, and then just kind of keep doing basics on Jabba and get those stuns that way. At least I think that's not the case. But you can see again, we're at a point where we've got guys dazed, and Death Trooper just kind of stunned them on his basic attack. And again, without a feat tracker, no idea did I get my 30 stuns at this point or not. We're only like almost 7 minutes in, so maybe I'm in a good spot, I don't know. So once you have a feeling you've got your stuns, I guess, then you can start bringing Terminate out, so you can start preventing revives. So you can see we got Jabba down already now as well in low health. So maybe we can just at this point start terminating, and hopefully we can actually finish off these. Get the stuns, there we go, terminate Aura. She's not coming back from this one. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for another terminate to come online, again, you can try to get some days around, but you can see we're doing a lot of damage now. So it's going to be more difficult. Sure, give me control situation. Let's just start, keep punching Jabba now, because we'll have to get through him. There we go, Death Mark goes on Mandalorian. He's not coming back as well. So you can now see, thanks to Death Trooper, he's really the key here. He's got the terminate, he's got the stuns. So, you know, pretty easy, pretty here, straightforward. Obviously depends on what level your troopers are. Mine are obviously all relic up, but I think I've seen screenshots of people doing even this with like gear 12s and stuff. So hopefully you know, the red box here will be obtainable for most of you out there. We got Deathmark there as well. Was it on Grief for somebody? So he's not coming back as well. So I'll just see if we can burn Jabba down before they get on more revives. And that's it, guys. That's how I completed all the feats in a single battle. Again, I had to chuck Dark Trooper out because I was just doing too much damage with him. I wasn't able to stall the battle long enough. But as soon as I put Gideon in there, things become a lot more manageable. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Hopefully it was useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.